Hello Sly Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play FTL with me, Blue Ankylo. So we have had 3 successful runs in a row. After our first horrible death in the very first episode, I never would have thought. I figured most of these playthroughs would just get a few episodes in and then just flutter out like normal, where you explode in a fireball. But we managed to make it through on a Kestrel, a Zoltan, and a Slug. Now, mind you, there are 3 of the fairly easy ships. Well, I would say the Kestrel and the Zoltan are a fairly easy start. Slug was kind of medium. We're going to try one of the hard ones now. We're going to try the Stealth Cruiser. The reason it's hard? No shields. We have a choice between mini beam and dual lasers or a glaive. The glaive beam is awesome. I don't think we've had one of these yet, but it's a beam with a decent range, or a decent distance, that does 3 damage, minus 1 per shield. So even with 2 dots of shields, it will still actually do some damage. Still no shields, and a level 2 cloak on that one, or titanium casing, which we probably haven't seen yet. It negates system damage a little bit. So like if you take a missile to your weapons, you have a 15% chance to negate the damage, I believe. I've almost never seen it work. So it's kind of like that slug gel that, yeah, it's lovely. The long-range scanners are fun though, and that's part of the strategy of playing a stealth ship. What else was it? I guess I need to decide whether I want to try a Type A or a Type B. There's not a huge difference, to be fair. Type B starts with more cloaking, and a little bit more weapons instead of engine, because you've got a very expensive weapon, 4 power. The problem I have with that is it's 25 seconds to charge, so every battle you're going to jump in, you're going to have to wait 25 seconds before you can even fire this thing. You do get probably a slightly better crew, whereas for this one it's 12 seconds and 10 seconds. The point is you get to fire quicker. I think this one will give us a better chance. I think when I say the stealth ship is hard, I think the Type B is extra hard. So we're going to go with the Type A for now. I don't know if I'm going to go through the alternate types. I'm just going to... My plan is to do one of each ship. If I want to do alternates, well, that's probably just too much repetition, so I'm probably not going to do the glaive. Hopefully we'll get a glaive one day on some ship and have some fun with it, but anyway. The Nasasio, whatever, it's the Sneakmobile. Better continue our trend. And we just have humans this time, so I guess I get to be part of the crew again. It's been a while. Captain Blue is back in action. And might as well have, it's even a girl, so might as well have Lady Blue with him, that is to say. Lady Blue. And, Blue and Blue. And, who should we have? Oh, I don't know. What's another good name? Go with Lieutenant, Bluish. If I could type. Bluish. Yeah. He's only a lieutenant because he's not quite as blue as the main couple. So they demoted him from, well, he just didn't get the promotions, essentially. Lower ranking, slightly blue. Alright, anyway, let's get to it. Normal mode again. So, I'm assuming by now anyone watching has probably seen my other ones. Point is, stay ahead of the fleet. Alright, so, this will be tricky. No shields. So, all you can really do is power the engines and the weapons, or at least have them manned. And, try your best to stay alive. Now, the mini beam is a beam weapon with a teeny tiny little range, but it's okay. And the dual lasers, I forgot to show, is actually pretty good. It says it's basic weak, but you're getting 2 shots for 1 power. And in 10 seconds is pretty quick. The equivalent is something like a burst laser Mark 1, which is 2 power for 2 shots. So this is actually pretty good. If you could get, you know, a couple of those, or a full set of them, you could have 3 or 4 for the bigger ships. That would be awesome, actually. But whatever, you can't buy them as far as I know. And the mini beam, yeah, it's okay. this kind of setup will not last us more than a couple sectors, so we really need to upgrade that quick. Our maximum shield penetration is 2, and that's with luck, no misses, and that's barely doing any damage. So anyway, that's just kind of the idea there. So let's get to work. Because we have long-range sensors, we will always know where ships are. This will help because we can maximize our income, basically. We won't get very many dead sectors where you just jump in and see nothing. I mean, it's not a guarantee, but I think the odds are far more favorable that we'll get some loot if we go to ship sectors. We can also help avoid asteroids, which right now would completely destroy us because we have no shields. So let's see how we do. No idea if we'll make it this time. Ah, yes, of course! Pirates for a small fee. Well, we don't even have it if we wanted, so it's not an option. Alright, so too bad. Well, no options. Now, they've got a lot of guns. The only good thing, is I know a couple tricks. They're ready charging their weapons up, so you gotta really time this. Those two green lasers would be a bad thing if they hit us, so you want to try to cloak as they're incoming, and you dodge the first volley. Our weapons are now charged, and if we can take their weapons out, we have a chance. And the beam, just to show you, I've got it paused here, that's how long it is. It's quite puny. It's probably meant to hit 1 or 2 systems at a time. But with a little bit of clever shenaniganry, we can hit 4 systems at once, maybe. That engine one might be a little bit tricky to hit, so I might aim it kind of like this. We'll hit 3 at the very least, that is, and possibly 4. Trying to escape, of course. Yeah, well, we did hit the engines at least, so even if we didn't manage to take out... Ouch, that sucks. Even if we didn't manage to take their weapons completely out... Ah, gotta remember, fire again. These things do charge up pretty quick, so you gotta make sure you're on the ball. Well, let's make sure we just hit the 3 at least. 4 would be a little bit difficult. So we survived our first encounter, not bad. Took a little bit of damage, but that's kind of how it is. While you're cloaked, as I probably have mentioned before, their weapons do not charge up, they do not continue charging to attack you. But just doing that at the beginning of the battle is not enough. You actually need to dodge an entire volley to survive. And unfortunately, our engines only being what they are, we only have a 30% evasion. So that cloak, when I pressed it, only gave us a 90% if you were looking closely. So when they did their first volley of green lasers, it could have hit us, although unlikely. And that would have been bad news bears for our ship. Anyway, continuing. My rambling descriptions of things need to end. Alright, so, computer alerts. A virus disrupting... yes, nice try, my friends. You've disrupted something that doesn't exist. Alright, same plan here. Avoid at least 1 bullet, and then open fire. I guess I'll have that set to go as soon as I can. Or maybe not. Want to make sure I can... Go shields. Alright. Destroy all weapons. And I guess I could probably hit the piloting system if I aim it just right. There we go. Alright, so we took out their teleporter. They're going to get a free shot on us, almost guaranteed. There's nothing we can do. Well, I took it down just after. But look, we resisted system damage. Amazing! Let's try to take their shields out now. I've got a free shot. And maybe like that. Eh, not bad, not bad. My cloak's ready, so even if their weapons come online, we should be okay. And there you have it, another victory with minimal damage. So we're off to an okay start. We do want to get a shield system as soon as possible, so I'm trying to save up a load of money. In the last game, I messed up at the beginning with the shield system. I forgot that I just needed 100 to upgrade it from 1 to 2 bars, basically. And I could have done that as soon as I had 100. This time it's 150 to buy it in the first place, and I think it comes with 2 bars, so you don't have to pay 250. It's still a little bit more expensive, and you have to get it at a store this time. That's what I was thinking last time. Anyway, Rebel Scout attacking a refueling outpost. Protect them, or at least try our best. Alright, oh, this is gonna go poorly. Enemy drones are like the worst thing when you have no shields, because every shot is going to hit us. This may be the end of us already that quickly. Our priority this time is going to be drone system. They've got an ion gun, and that's annoying too, but we'll just have to hope our weapon systems stay online. If this thing takes out our weapons or engines, we're done. Let's at least... No, I'm going to dodge the missile, I think. Or both. Well, that was fortunate. Let's try to get the drones out. That is very bad luck. 2 misses in a row mean another round of nothing. So this could do it. Just like that. That's how tough this is early on with the stealth ship. If we're lucky, our ship can survive. I mean, oxygen, it's kind of a lucky break there. It didn't take out any key systems, so let's try. And there we go. So their weapons are mostly done. We're not even going to worry about the oxygen right now because we need to fire as soon as possible. Priority is to get that... Oh, another double miss in a row. Very unfortunate. That's twice this has happened. As you can see, even one shield is hard to deal with at this point with our current weapons. Let's try to take out those two. Alright. Looks like we'll be okay. Not the best start, though. We took a bit more damage. Gonna go for the shields next. Should be okay. There we go. And they're done. So we survived. Very nice. A teeny bit of scrap. That's practically nothing. And the refueling outpost, yeah, they helped out. So that's good. Alright. Better get that fixed quickly. Lickety-splitty. Get the hull breach dealt with and try to repair the oxygen before you guys die. You can see them repairing that. Hopefully they'll make it in time. Yeah, just barely. Alright, so that was a little bit close. 12 health and 15 health on Blue and Lady Blue. Bluish got to be in charge of the weapons. Oh wait, what am I doing sitting around talking? Power those med bays. I could, at this point, try to pump some power into, or some scrap into engines or cloaking. Honestly, I think the shields are still the #1 priority. Unless we get a new weapon by luck or something, there's no reason to spend that scrap until we've got shields. It's expensive, and it's difficult to know when you're going to get them because it shows up at a store. So it could be a long time, and if we get bad luck, well, no stores, and it won't help us. So right now, 58 scrap, there's no point even going there. Let's take the gamble on this sector down here and see what we get. Should turn my medbay off. Buying fuel is not an option right now. We need our scraps. Alright, let's try to head down this way. That store is just pointless right now for what I need. I could have checked it out, but don't risk it, just scrap it. Nah, let's attempt to download, and even if we have to fight it, that's okay. Turns out we managed to get free information, which is nice. So now we can see where everything is. So the plan... No, this is not good. Asteroids, asteroids. So hitting those two systems are death. So we need to hit the rest as best we can. So the plan is to go here and up through the nebula to the store, maybe hit these two if I have time. That's the plan. Let's see how it goes. Forward scout, trying to get away. Well, hopefully we can take them out before they get away. They've got a nice setup for their systems. I can damage all their key systems with our first volley. So let's... No! Oh, I don't know if I hit that in time. Oh, I did, just barely. That was surprisingly close, actually. Still priority is weapons. If we can take their shields out, that'd be great, but when you're running this kind of ship with no shields, if you don't destroy their weapons immediately, you're done. So now their shields are pretty well out. Maybe I should have aimed at their engines to be safe. But I think we got them. I don't think they can get away that quick. Our engines weren't even charged, and we have a level 4, so... Alright. We're doing okay. Not getting a lot of scrap, but it's slowly building up. I would like some free weapons that I could sell. That would be great. Life form. Alright, check it out. And it's a madman. These guys can be dangerous. I Can't risk any of my crew, so I'm not going to bring them home. Sorry, buddy. It's not worth the risk. We might have been able to get some new crewmen there, but we also might have lost one of our crew, I believe. And that would be devastating. A heavily damaged Federation ship fades into the nebula. Well, now we have long-range scanners. Let's try to find them. You follow them, and we actually got a friendly, so he came on board. Welcome, Lana. Maybe you have a bigger name. Let's check. Just Lana. Okay, simple, straightforward. If we ever get shields, that's your job. Might be in there, I don't know. But for now, you can hang out that side of the ship. Okay, I'm going to try to get through a couple more, see if I have enough time. Still need a ton of scrap. It's not looking good for this system. We've been boarded. Well, that's unfortunate. The only good news is... oh no, there's more than one. I was going to say, the only good news is there's only one of them. But I should probably have everyone in there, to be fair. Just to ensure victory. Alright, it's up to you, Bluish. Tip the balance in our favor. It's a little bit close on a couple. Oh boy, she's almost dead. Come on, Lady Blue, time to run away. Anybody else? Captain Blue? I don't know if he's going to make it either. Let's get him out of there. And now Lana is taking some hits. You can get out of there. Bluish, you can just deal with him for a second, right? Maybe finish him off. If you just target the same one, it would save you some time. What do they teach you guys in combat school? Flight school? Officer training? I don't know. Point is, focus on the same guy. Don't shoot them all once. Anyway, we survived. No big deal. No hassles. Weapon systems... Oh, I guess you should be healed too. And... Right, you're my sort of mediocre... Not mediocre. Lana's great at her job. She just doesn't really have a job. She's like the janitor right now. Alright, let's continue. Well, I'm pretty sure I can make that jump, so I might as well go bam bam, store, exit, and I think that will all work. I'd love to check out these ships, but I promise you asteroids would absolutely destroy us. I promise. Some rebel ships that, well, they're trying to convince us that they're on the course of righteousness. Well, I don't believe it, buddies. Right is might, or might makes right, however that goes. Alright, let's prepare the cloaking for dodging. Now I might... let's see how the timing is. Now this one only shoots once. I'm thinking of trying to just soak it up and avoid the triple blast or whatever we get from that thing. Our weapons are ready to go. Yeah, that's the one. Alright, now cloak. Triple blast. Still hit us once, but that's better than a lot of hits. Again, weapon systems. And as soon as you can, get some damage there. Alright, we didn't take the shields out in the first volley this time. Or neither did we take out the dangerous one. So this is going to hurt. Maybe I could get it. Yes, just in time. Beautiful. It's going to delay my mini beam, but at least we took out the triple one before it could get a shot on. Which would have hurt. So let's try again now that they're charging it up once more. These guys are repairing like maniacs over there, actually. I could really use a fire or something. That would be handy. But I think we've got them locked down now, so things are looking okay. Prepare all weapons and fire at will. Thank you. Do not let those weapon systems get up. Or, of course, you could just kill them. Forgot about that. Alright. We get some junk and a reverse ion field. Now, I've never had one of these on camera before because I never buy them. A 20% chance to negate ion damage. I do not like these percent chance things, same as this titanium system casing, blah blah blah. It just means it'll very rarely have a nice effect. You cannot count on that at all. It's way too random. It might chip in and help you out if they fire ion beams, but not every ship has ion beams anyway, and even if they do, it probably won't do anything. Okay, these guys are out of fuel, they're stranded. We're doing okay for fuel, so here you go, guys. And they give us some scrap. Not a bad trade, 3 fuel for 20 scrap. Even if we just buy some more, that'd be a decent trade. So I'll take it. And what do we find at the store? Shields. Now, this is going to be close. I don't want this. And although the titanium casing is nice, I think shields are far better. Goodbye, titanium casing. Hello, shields. Ah, Now I feel a little bit better. Very nice. They've got some nice weapons too. I mean, I wouldn't mind having an ion blaster. I could afford it technically. That's an option. I could buy it. Don't know why you'd ever buy the heavy ion. I mean, it does do 2 ion damage, but it takes so long. You're better off with the ion blast. You're better off with 2 of these than 1 of those. Anyway, let's see. Our power is smarter to have in shields anyway. And shield upgrades, or I mean power upgrades, are quite cheap early on. I could do that, but I think I might buy this anyway. It's a nice cheap weapon that's not bad, and it fits, and it only takes 1 power, so I'll be able to upgrade and have 3 weapons early on. Yeah, let's take it, and that'll give us, for, as you can see, 25 points into weapons and some more power. We'll be able to upgrade that. So I think that's a good idea, and we're just ahead of the fleet. Well, this has gone about perfectly, I gotta say. This is about as good a start as I could have hoped for with this ship. Hidden in a nebula, no big deal. So, we have survived Sector 1. And this time I'm going to change the format. I'll show you the beginning of Sector 2 on the next video, because it kind of makes more sense that way anyway. We survived! Huzzah! Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and have a great day.